CLEP English Literature Satire questions. Question 1. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names writing that mocks vice, folly, or corruption to criticize it? Option A. Conceit. Option B. Satire. Option C. Paradox. Option D. Tone. The correct answer is option B. Satire. Satire fits because it means writing that mocks vice, folly, or corruption to criticize it. Tone and paradox refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Conceit is also different. Elegy mourns loss, romance emphasizes adventure or idealized love, lyric expresses personal feeling. Question 2. Testing a CLEP-style clue, spotting that a poem treats a small social event with the grand language of epic should lead to which term? Option A. Elegy. Option B. Pastoral. Option C. Tragedy. Option D. Mock epic. The correct answer is option D. Mock epic. Mock epic fits because mock epic creates comic contrast by applying epic conventions to an intentionally trivial subject. Tragedy is wrong because tragedy treats serious suffering and downfall. Elegy and pastoral describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 3. Comparing a CLEP-style clue when Prospero appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A. The Tempest. Option B. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option C. The Fairy Queen. Option D. King Lear. The correct answer is option A. The Tempest. Prospero is the magician and exiled ruler in Shakespeare's late romance. Lear belongs to King Lear, Gulliver belongs to Swift's satire, Okonkwo belongs to Things Fall Apart. Question 4. Tracing a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to the importance of being earnest? Option A. Seamus Heaney. Option B. Oscar Wilde. Option C. Charles Dickens. Option D. Lawrence Sterne. The correct answer is option B. Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde fits because The Importance of Being Earnest is a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. Lawrence Sterne is linked to Tristram Shandy. Charles Dickens is linked to Great Expectations. Seamus Heaney points instead to north, so it does not match this clue. Question 5. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, recognizing Lawrence Sterne should lead to which title? Option A. Jane Eyre. Option B. The Tempest. Option C. Othello. Option D. Tristram Shandy. The correct answer is option D. Tristram Shandy. Tristram Shandy fits because it is Lawrence Sterne's work, an experimental 18th-century novel famous for digression and playful narration. Jane Eyre is associated with Charlotte Brontë. Othello is associated with William Shakespeare. The Tempest belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 6. How is an extended, surprising, intellectually elaborate comparison usually labeled? Option A. Irony. Option B. Bildungsroman. Option C. Satire. Option D. Conceit. The correct answer is option D. Conceit. Conceit fits because it means an extended, surprising, intellectually elaborate comparison. Irony and satire refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Bildungsroman is also different. Simile uses like or as. Understatement deliberately minimizes. Pastoral idealizes rural life. Question 7. Studying a CLEP-style clue, if you see Alfred, Lord Tennyson, which title should you remember? Option A. Pride and Prejudice. Option B. Dr. Faustus. Option C. Beowulf. Option D. In Memoriam AHH. The correct answer is option D. In Memoriam AHH. In Memoriam AHH fits because it is Alfred, Lord Tennyson's work, a Victorian elegy that wrestles with grief, faith, science, and doubt. Pride and Prejudice is associated with Jane Austen. Beowulf is associated with anonymous Old English poet. Dr. Faustus belongs with Christopher Marlowe, not this author clue. Question 8. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, how should a character clue about Grendel be answered? Option A. Beowulf. Option B. Tom Jones. Option C. Macbeth. Option D. Things Fall Apart. The correct answer is option A. Beowulf. Grendel is one of the monsters defeated by the hero in the Old English epic. The Canterbury Tales uses pilgrims, not monster combat. Paradise Lost centers on the fall. Wuthering Heights is a Victorian Gothic novel. Question 9. Examining a CLEP-style clue, which author is most closely associated with the Rape of the Lock? Option A. Virginia Woolf. Option B. William Wordsworth. Option C. William Shakespeare. Option D. Alexander Pope. The correct answer is option D. Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope fits because The Rape of the Lock is a mock-heroic poem using heroic couplets to satirize social vanity. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, Virginia Woolf is linked to Mrs. Dalloway. William Wordsworth points instead to lyrical ballads, so it does not match this clue. Question 10. Considering a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about Seamus Heaney point to which work? Option A. North. Option B. Troilus and Cressida. Option C. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option D. The Canterbury Tales. The correct answer is option A. North. North fits because it is Seamus Heaney's work, a modern poetry collection often linked with history, violence, bog imagery and memory. A Midsummer Night's Dream is associated with William Shakespeare, Troilus and Cressida is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. The Canterbury Tales belongs with Geoffrey Chaucer, not this author clue. Question 11. Among these terms, which one names the repetition of initial consonant sounds in nearby words? Option A. Motif. Option B. Frame narrative. Option C. Mock epic. Option D. Alliteration. The correct answer is option D. Alliteration. Alliteration fits because it means the repetition of initial consonant sounds in nearby words. Mock epic and motif refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Frame narrative is also different, assonance repeats vowel sounds, metaphor makes an implied comparison, satire mocks vice or folly. Question 12. Testing a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock? Option A. D. H. Lawrence. Option B. T. S. Eliot. Option C. Kazuo Ishiguro. Option D. W. B. Yeats. The correct answer is option B. T. S. Eliot. T. S. Eliot fits because the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock is a modernist dramatic monologue about paralysis, self-consciousness, and urban alienation. Kazuo Ishiguro is linked to the remains of the day. W. B. Yeats is linked to the second coming. D. H. Lawrence points instead to sons and lovers, so it does not match this clue. Question 13. Comparing a CLEP-style clue when Lord Byron appears in review, which title fits? Option A. Don Juan. Option B. Volpone. Option C. Hard Times. Option D. Heart of Darkness. The correct answer is option A. Don Juan. Don Juan fits because it is Lord Byron's work, a witty satirical verse narrative associated with the Byronic voice and social critique. Volpone is associated with Ben Jonson, Heart of Darkness is associated with Joseph Conrad. Hard Times belongs with Charles Dickens, not this author clue. Question 14. Tracing a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches a work that applies epic style to a trivial subject for comic or satiric effect? Option A. Soliloquy. Option B. Bildungsroman. Option C. Mock epic. Option D. Villanelle. The correct answer is option C. Mock epic. Mock epic fits because it means a work that applies epic style to a trivial subject for comic or satiric effect. Soliloquy and Bildungsroman refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Villanelle is also different, tragedy centers on serious downfall, pastoral idealizes rural life, elegy mourns loss. Question 15. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue among these periods, which one matches witty comedy of manners, political satire, and a renewed theatre after 1660? Option A. Postmodern. Option B. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option C. Restoration. Option D. Romantic. The correct answer is option C. Restoration. Restoration fits because it is commonly linked with witty comedy of manners, political satire, and a renewed theatre after 1660. Anglo-Saxon/Old English is different because that period centers on heroic epic and alliterative verse. Romantic and postmodern point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 16. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Jonathan Swift most likely be answered? Option A. Orinoco. Option B. The Rape of the Lock. Option C. The Second Coming. Option D. Gulliver's Travels. The correct answer is option D. Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver's Travels fits because it is Jonathan Swift's work, a prose satire that attacks politics, science, pride, and human folly. The Second Coming is associated with W. B. Yeats. Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn. The Rape of the Lock belongs with Alexander Pope, not this author clue. Question 17. Studying a CLEP-style clue, which author is most closely associated with Gulliver's Travels? Option A. Jonathan Swift. Option B. Virginia Woolf. Option C. William Shakespeare. Option D. Samuel Johnson. The correct answer is option A. Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift fits because Gulliver's Travels is a prose satire that attacks politics, science, pride, and human folly. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Samuel Johnson is linked to preface to Shakespeare. Virginia Woolf points instead to Mrs. Dalloway, so it does not match this clue. Question 18. Recognizing Elizabeth Bennet points to which work? Option A, Mrs. Dalloway. Option B, Pride and Prejudice. Option C, The Golden Notebook. Option D, Sonnets from the Portuguese. The correct answer is option B, Pride and Prejudice. Elizabeth Bennet is Austen's witty heroine in a novel of manners. Dorothea Brooke belongs to Middlemarch, Clarissa Dalloway belongs to Mrs. Dalloway, Ophelia belongs to Hamlet. Question 19. Which work is tied to Alexander Pope? Option A, Lyrical Ballads. Option B, 1984. Option C, Gulliver's Travels. Option D, The Rape of the Lock. The correct answer is option D, The Rape of the Lock. The Rape of the Lock fits because it is Alexander Pope's work, a mock-heroic poem using heroic couplets to satirize social vanity. 1984 is associated with George Orwell, Lyrical Ballads is associated with William Wordsworth. Gulliver's Travels belongs with Jonathan Swift, not this author clue. Question 20. Considering a CLEP-style clue during character review, which work belongs with Satan as a grand but fallen speaker? Option A, Jane Eyre. Option B, Tristram Shandy. Option C, Paradise Lost. Option D, Robinson Crusoe. The correct answer is option C, Paradise Lost. Milton's Satan is a central figure in the epic about rebellion and the fall. Christian belongs to the Pilgrim's Progress, Belinda belongs to the Rape of the Lock, Heathcliff belongs to Wuthering Heights. Question 21. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, which work includes Okonkwo? Option A, 1984. Option B, Things Fall Apart. Option C, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option D, Sonnets. The correct answer is option B, Things Fall Apart. Okonkwo is central to Achebe's post-colonial novel about Igbo society and colonial disruption. Crusoe belongs to Defoe, Lear belongs to Shakespeare, Prufrock belongs to Eliot. Question 22. Testing a CLEP-style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for Songs of Innocence and Experience be answered? Option A, Andrew Marvell. Option B, William Blake. Option C, Emily Bronte. Option D, George Herbert. The correct answer is option B, William Blake. William Blake fits because Songs of Innocence and Experience is visionary poems contrasting innocence, experience, social oppression and spiritual perception. Emily Bronte is linked to Wuthering Heights, George Herbert is linked to The Temple. Andrew Marvell points instead to his coy mistress, so it does not match this clue. Question 23. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, can Don 1 help identify which author? Option A, Lord Byron. Option B, Christopher Marlowe. Option C, William Wordsworth. Option D, Samuel Beckett. The correct answer is option A, Lord Byron. Lord Byron fits because Don Juan is a witty satirical verse narrative associated with the Byronic voice and social critique. William Wordsworth is linked to lyrical ballads, Christopher Marlowe is linked to Dr. Faustus. Samuel Beckett points instead to Waiting for Godot, so it does not match this clue. Question 24. Which work includes Salim Sinai? Option A, 1984. Option B, Beowulf. Option C, In Memoriam AHH. Option D, Midnight's Children. The correct answer is option D, Midnight's Children. Salim Sinai connects personal memory with national history in Rushdie's post-colonial novel. Dorothea Brooke belongs to Eliot, Christian belongs to Bunyan, Grendel belongs to Beowulf. Question 25. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, can you identify the technique when the audience understands danger or truth that a character does not yet see? Option A, situational irony. Option B, dramatic irony. Option C, foreshadowing. Option D, verbal irony. The correct answer is option B, dramatic irony. Dramatic irony fits because dramatic irony depends on a gap between audience knowledge and character knowledge. Verbal irony is wrong because verbal irony says one thing while meaning another. Situational irony and foreshadowing describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 26. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, if you see William Blake, which title should you remember? Option A, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option B, Paradise Lost. Option C, Midnight's Children. Option D, Mrs. Dalloway. The correct answer is option A, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Songs of Innocence and Experience fits because it is William Blake's work, visionary poems contrasting innocence, experience, social oppression and spiritual perception. Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf, Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton, Midnight's Children belongs with Salman Rushdie, not this author. Clue. Question 27. Studying a CLEP style clue, recognizing drama that satirizes social behavior, courtship, class, and witty conversation points to which term? Option A. Spenserian stanza. Option B. Foreshadowing. Option C. Comedy of manners. Option D. Caesura. The correct answer is option C. Comedy of manners. Comedy of manners fits because it means drama that satirizes social behavior, courtship, class, and witty conversation. Spenserian stanza and caesura refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Foreshadowing is also different. Tragedy centers on suffering or downfall, melodrama heightens emotion, epic narrates heroic action. Question 28. Recognizing a CLEP style clue, which work is tied to William Shakespeare? Option A. Great Expectations. Option B. The Tempest. Option C. Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option D. Robinson Crusoe. The correct answer is option B. The Tempest. The Tempest fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a late romance involving Prospero, magic, forgiveness, and colonial questions. Songs of Innocence and Experience is associated with William Blake. Great Expectations is associated with Charles Dickens. Robinson Crusoe belongs with Daniel Defoe, not this author. Clue. Question 29. Examining a CLEP style clue, identify the writer normally connected with Volpone. Option A. William Shakespeare. Option B. Ben Jonson. Option C. George Eliot. Option D. William Wordsworth. The correct answer is option B. Ben Jonson. Ben Jonson fits because Volpone is a Jacobean satirical comedy exposing greed, deception, and moral corruption. William Wordsworth is linked to lyrical ballads. George Eliot is linked to Middlemarch. William Shakespeare points instead to Hamlet, so it does not match this clue. Question 30. Considering a CLEP style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for Midnight's Children be answered? Option A. Salman Rushdie. Option B. W.B. Yeats. Option C. Seamus Heaney. Option D. Anonymous Old English poet. The correct answer is option A. Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie fits because Midnight's Children is a post-colonial novel using magical realism to connect personal and national history. Anonymous Old English poet is linked to Beowulf. W.B. Yeats is linked to the Second Coming. Seamus Heaney points instead to North, so it does not match this clue. Question 31. Reviewing a CLEP style clue, can the Second Coming help identify which author? Option A. John Milton. Option B. Samuel Beckett. Option C. Christopher Marlowe. Option D. W.B. Yeats. The correct answer is option D. W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats fits because The Second Coming is a modernist symbolic poem known for apocalyptic imagery and historical disorder. John Milton is linked to Paradise Lost. Samuel Beckett is linked to Waiting for Godot. Christopher Marlowe points instead to Dr. Faustus, so it does not match this clue. Question 32. Testing a CLEP style clue, when a passage shows substitution of a related or associated word for the thing meant, which term fits? Option A. Frame narrative. Option B. Paradox. Option C. Metonymy. Option D. Motif. The correct answer is option C. Metonymy. Metonymy fits because it means substitution of a related or associated word for the thing meant. Motif and frame narrative refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Paradox is also different. Synecdoche uses a part for the whole. Metaphor compares unlike things. Alliteration repeats initial sounds. Question 33. During terminology review, which term matches a rhymed pair of iambic pentameter lines often used in neoclassical poetry? Option A. Motif. Option B. Heroic couplet. Option C. Kenning. Option D. Couplet. The correct answer is option B. Heroic couplet. Heroic couplet fits because it means a rhymed pair of iambic pentameter lines often used in neoclassical poetry. Motif and couplet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Kenning is also different. Blank verse is unrhymed. Spenserian stanza has 9 lines. Ballad meter is song-like and narrative. Question 34. Tracing a CLEP style clue among these titles, which one contains Lemuel Gulliver? Option A. Gulliver's Travels. Option B. The Tempest. Option C. Things Fall Apart. Option D. Heart of Darkness. The correct answer is option A. Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver is the traveler through Swift's satiric worlds. Crusoe belongs to Defoe, Elizabeth Bennet belongs to Austen, Estragon belongs to Beckett. Question 35. Interpreting a CLEP style clue, how is a reference to another text, historical event, myth, or cultural figure usually labeled? Option A, tragedy. Option B, sestet. Option C, allusion. Option D, conceit. The correct answer is option C, allusion. Allusion fits because it means a reference to another text, historical event, myth, or cultural figure. Sestet and conceit refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Tragedy is also different. Allegory sustains symbolic meaning across a whole work. Irony creates contrast between appearance and reality. Meter concerns rhythmic pattern. Question 36. Preparing a CLEP style clue if a poem uses the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem, which device is present? Option A, rhyme scheme. Option B, frame narrative. Option C, blank verse. Option D, elegy. The correct answer is option A, rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme fits because it means the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Elegy and blank verse refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Frame narrative is also different. Meter is rhythm, diction is word choice, imagery is sensory language. Question 37. Recognizing the voice that tells a story points to which term? Option A, elegy. Option B, paradox. Option C, narrator. Option D, pastoral. The correct answer is option C, narrator. Narrator fits because it means the voice that tells a story. Paradox and elegy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Pastoral is also different. Author is the actual writer. Protagonist is a leading character. Audience is the reader or viewer. Question 38. Recognizing a CLEP style clue. When a CLEP style passage shows that an image or idea keeps recurring and builds meaning across a work, which answer works? Option A, diction. Option B, meter. Option C, motif. Option D, theme. The correct answer is option C, motif. Motif fits because motif is a recurring element that supports themes and patterns in a text. Theme is wrong because theme is the broader insight or central idea. Meter and diction describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 39. Can a CLEP item about Ben Jonson point to which work? Option A, Heart of Darkness. Option B, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C, Volpone. Option D, The Fairy Queen. The correct answer is option C, Volpone. Volpone fits because it is Ben Jonson's work, a Jacobean satirical comedy exposing greed, deception, and moral corruption. Heart of Darkness is associated with Joseph Conrad. The Fairy Queen is associated with Edmund Spenser. The Importance of Being Earnest belongs with Oscar Wilde, not this author clue. Question 40. Considering a CLEP style clue among these terms, which one names hints that prepare readers for later events? Option A, personification. Option B, foreshadowing. Option C, Bildungsroman. Option D, rhyme scheme. The correct answer is option B, foreshadowing. Foreshadowing fits because it means hints that prepare readers for later events. Bildungsroman and rhyme scheme refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Personification is also different. Flashback moves into the past. Symbolism gives objects larger meaning. Irony depends on contrast. Question 41. Reviewing a CLEP style clue, choose the work most closely linked with T.S. Eliot. Option A, North. Option B, Midnight's Children. Option C, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option D, Ode on a Grecian Urn. The correct answer is option C, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock fits because it is T.S. Eliot's work, a modernist dramatic monologue about paralysis, self-consciousness, and urban alienation. North is associated with Seamus Heaney. Ode on a Grecian Urn is associated with John Keats. Midnight's Children belongs with Salman Rushdie, not this author clue. Question 42. Testing a CLEP style clue when Christopher Marlowe appears in review, which title fits? Option A, My Last Duchess. Option B, Dr. Faustus. Option C, Sonnets. Option D, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. The correct answer is option B, Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus fits because it is Christopher Marlowe's work, a Renaissance tragedy about ambition, forbidden knowledge, and a bargain with the devil. My Last Duchess is associated with Robert Browning. Sonnets is associated with William Shakespeare. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock belongs with T.S. Eliot, not this author clue. Question 43. Comparing a CLEP style clue, can Ode to the West Wind help identify which author? Option A, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option B, Jane Austen. Option C, T.S. Eliot. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option A, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Percy Bysshe Shelley fits because Ode to the West Wind is a romantic ode that treats nature as destructive, creative, and revolutionary power. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice. T.S. Eliot points instead to the wasteland, so it does not match this clue. Question 44. Tracing a CLEP style clue, select a term for third-person narration that slips into a character's thoughts or idiom. Option A, soliloquy. Option B, Spenserian stanza. Option C, free indirect discourse. Option D, Gothic. The correct answer is option C, free indirect discourse. Free indirect discourse fits because it means third-person narration that slips into a character's thoughts or idiom. Gothic and soliloquy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Spenserian stanza is also different, first person uses I, omniscient narration is broadly all-knowing, dramatic irony depends on audience knowledge. Question 45. Interpreting a CLEP style clue, how is a strong pause or break within a line of poetry usually labeled? Option A, octave. Option B, blank verse. Option C, caesura. Option D, conceit. The correct answer is option C, caesura. Caesura fits because it means a strong pause or break within a line of poetry. Blank verse and octave refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Conceit is also different, enjambment runs the sentence beyond the line, alliteration repeats consonants, octave names the first 8 lines of some sonnets. Question 46. Preparing a CLEP style clue, if you see Robert Browning, which title should you remember? Option A, The Wasteland. Option B, Orinoco. Option C, My Last Duchess. Option D, Sonnets. The correct answer is option C, My Last Duchess. My Last Duchess fits because it is Robert Browning's work, a dramatic monologue revealing character through a speaker's controlled self-exposure. The Wasteland is associated with T.S. Eliot, Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn. Sonnets belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 47. Studying a CLEP style clue, can Dover Beach help identify which author? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, Edmund Spenser. Option C, Jane Austen. Option D, Matthew Arnold. The correct answer is option D, Matthew Arnold. Matthew Arnold fits because Dover Beach is a Victorian lyric often linked with religious doubt, melancholy and cultural uncertainty. Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Edmund Spenser points instead to the Fairy Queen, so it does not match this clue. Question 48. Which work is tied to Henry Fielding? Option A, Beowulf. Option B, Tom Jones. Option C, To His Coy Mistress. Option D, Hamlet. The correct answer is option B, Tom Jones. Tom Jones fits because it is Henry Fielding's work, a comic realist novel known for an intrusive narrator and carefully plotted action. Hamlet is associated with William Shakespeare, To His Coy Mistress is associated with Andrew Marvell. Beowulf belongs with anonymous Old English poet, not this author clue. Question 49. Examining a CLEP style clue, can you name the literary term for 5 iambic feet, usually 10 syllables with an unstressed stressed pattern? Option A, apostrophe. Option B, terza rima. Option C, blank verse. Option D, iambic pentameter. The correct answer is option D, iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter fits because it means 5 iambic feet, usually 10 syllables with an unstressed stressed pattern. Apostrophe and blank verse refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Terza rima is also different, trochaic meter begins stressed unstressed, free verse lacks regular meter, anapest has 2 unstressed syllables before a stressed one. Question 50. Considering a CLEP style clue among these periods, which one matches alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture? Option A, modernism. Option B, romantic. Option C, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option D, Middle English. The correct answer is option C, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Anglo-Saxon/Old English fits because it is commonly linked with alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture. Middle English is different because Middle English is more closely tied to Chaucer, Estates satire, and later medieval forms. Romantic and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 51. Reviewing a CLEP style clue, how should a reader label a passage where a sentence runs beyond the line break before completing its grammar? Option A, alliteration. Option B, end stopping. Option C, caesura. Option D, enjambment. The correct answer is option D, enjambment. Enjambment fits because enjambment occurs when syntax flows past the end of a poetic line, often increasing movement or suspense. Caesura is wrong because caesura is a pause within a line. End stopping and alliteration describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 52. Testing a CLEP style clue. If a song-like poem tells a story in simple repeated stanzas, which concept is being tested? Option A, ballad. Option B, mock epic. Option C, elegy. Option D, sonnet. The correct answer is option A, ballad. Ballad fits because ballads are narrative, song-like poems often using repetition, dialogue, and strong rhythms. Elegy is wrong because elegy mourns death or loss. Mock epic and sonnet describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 53. Comparing a CLEP style clue, recognizing Tess Bayfield points to which work? Option A, Great Expectations. Option B, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Option C, To His Coy Mistress. Option D, Songs of Innocence and Experience. The correct answer is option B, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Tess is the tragic heroine in Hardy's late Victorian novel. Jane Eyre belongs to Charlotte Bronte, Molly Bloom belongs to Joyce, Christian belongs to Bunyan. Question 54. Tracing a CLEP style clue, how should a character clue about Vladimir and Estragon be answered? Option A, Waiting for Godot. Option B, Heart of Darkness. Option C, Jane Eyre. Option D, Sonnets. The correct answer is option A, Waiting for Godot. Vladimir and Estragon wait through Beckett's absurdist drama. Hamlet and Horatio belong to Shakespeare, Jane and Rochester belong to Bronte, Gulliver and the Houyhnhnms belong to Swift. Question 55. If you see Samuel Beckett, which title should you remember? Option A, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option B, Waiting for Godot. Option C, The Wasteland. Option D, Orinoco. The correct answer is option B, Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot fits because it is Samuel Beckett's work, an absurdist drama centered on waiting, repetition, uncertainty, and minimal action. A Midsummer Night's Dream is associated with William Shakespeare, Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn. The Wasteland belongs with T.S. Eliot, not this author clue. Question 56. Preparing a CLEP style clue, recognizing Belinda and the stolen lock of hair points to which work? Option A, The Rape of the Lock. Option B, Hard Times. Option C, The Tempest. Option D, To His Coy Mistress. The correct answer is option A, The Rape of the Lock. Belinda is the fashionable figure at the center of Pope's mock heroic satire. Tess belongs to Hardy, Jane Eyre belongs to Bronte, Grendel belongs to Beowulf. Question 57. Studying a CLEP style clue, which term describes a figure of speech using a part to represent the whole or the whole for a part? Option A, dramatic irony. Option B, synecdoche. Option C, tragedy. Option D, conceit. The correct answer is option B, synecdoche. Synecdoche fits because it means a figure of speech using a part to represent the whole or the whole for a part. Dramatic irony and tragedy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Conceit is also different, metonymy uses association, simile compares with like or as, caesura is a pause in verse. Question 58. Recognizing a CLEP style clue, can a CLEP item about Oscar Wilde point to which work? Option A, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Option B, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C, Orinoco. Option D, Great Expectations. The correct answer is option B, The Importance of Being Earnest. The Importance of Being Earnest fits because it is Oscar Wilde's work, a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn, Tess of the D'Urbervilles is associated with Thomas Hardy. Great Expectations belongs with Charles Dickens, not this author clue. Question 59. Examining a CLEP style clue, during author review, which writer belongs with My Last Duchess? Option A, Sir Thomas Malory. Option B, Robert Browning. Option C, W.B. Yeats. Option D, Jonathan Swift. The correct answer is option B, Robert Browning. Robert Browning fits because My Last Duchess is a dramatic monologue revealing character through a speaker's controlled self-exposure. Jonathan Swift is linked to Gulliver's Travels, W.B. Yeats is linked to The Second Coming. Sir Thomas Malory points instead to L.E. Mort d'Arthur, so it does not match this clue. Question 60. Considering a CLEP style clue, choose the work most closely linked with Thomas Hardy. Option A, Othello. Option B, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Option C, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option D, The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option B, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Tess of the D'Urbervilles fits because it is Thomas Hardy's work, a late Victorian tragic novel involving social judgment, fate, sexuality, and rural change. Songs of Innocence and Experience is associated with William Blake. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan. Othello belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author. Clue. Question 61. Reviewing a CLEP style clue, recall which author is known for 1984. Option A, Jane Austen. Option B, William Shakespeare. Option C, George Orwell. Option D, T.S. Eliot. The correct answer is option C, George Orwell. George Orwell fits because 1984 is a dystopian political novel about surveillance, language control, and totalitarian power. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice. T.S. Eliot points instead to The Wasteland, so it does not match this clue. Question 62. How should a character clue about Winston Smith be answered? Option A, Dr. Faustus. Option B, Great Expectations. Option C, To His Coy Mistress. Option D, 1984. The correct answer is option D, 1984. Winston Smith is Orwell's protagonist under totalitarian surveillance and language control. Pip belongs to Dickens, Faustus belongs to Marlowe, Okonkwo belongs to Achebe. Question 63. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, select the term for a direct address to an absent person, abstract idea, or thing. Option A, apostrophe. Option B, rhyme scheme. Option C, narrator. Option D, metaphor. The correct answer is option A, apostrophe. Apostrophe fits because it means a direct address to an absent person, abstract idea, or thing. Narrator and metaphor refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Rhyme scheme is also different. Soliloquy is a speech by a character alone on stage. Satire attacks folly. Metonymy substitutes an associated term. Question 64. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Daniel Defoe most likely be answered? Option A, Hard Times. Option B, The Temple. Option C, Waiting for Godot. Option D, Robinson Crusoe. The correct answer is option D, Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe fits because it is Daniel Defoe's work, an early English novel using realism, survival narrative, and economic individualism. Hard Times is associated with Charles Dickens. The Temple is associated with George Herbert. Waiting for Godot belongs with Samuel Beckett, not this author. Clue. Question 65. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, recall which author is known for Sons and Lovers. Option A, Charles Dickens. Option B, D.H. Lawrence. Option C, James Joyce. Option D, Chinua Achebe. The correct answer is option B, D.H. Lawrence. D.H. Lawrence fits because Sons and Lovers is a modern novel of psychological realism, family bonds, sexuality, and class tension. Chinua Achebe is linked to Things Fall Apart. Charles Dickens is linked to Great Expectations. James Joyce points instead to Ulysses, so it does not match this clue. Question 66. Preparing a CLEP-style clue during passage analysis, which term matches the clue that a story is told by a voice whose judgments seem limited, biased, or misleading? Option A, unreliable narrator. Option B, authorial biography. Option C, omniscient narrator. Option D, objective correlative. The correct answer is option A, unreliable narrator. Unreliable narrator fits because an unreliable narrator gives readers reason to question the accuracy or fairness of the account. Omniscient narrator is wrong because omniscient narration is broadly all-knowing. Authorial biography and objective correlative describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 67. Studying a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to T.S. Eliot? Option A, Hamlet. Option B, Dr. Faustus. Option C, Robinson Crusoe. Option D, The Wasteland. The correct answer is option D, The Wasteland. The Wasteland fits because it is T.S. Eliot's work, a modernist poem marked by fragmentation, illusion, spiritual dryness, and cultural crisis. Dr. Faustus is associated with Christopher Marlowe. Hamlet is associated with William Shakespeare. Robinson Crusoe belongs with Daniel Defoe, not this author. Clue. Question 68. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, can the Duke describing a portrait help identify which work? Option A, My Last Duchess. Option B, Robinson Crusoe. Option C, The Golden Notebook. Option D, The Temple. The correct answer is option A, My Last Duchess. Browning's Duke reveals control and jealousy while speaking about the portrait of his last Duchess. Tennyson's elegy mourns Arthur Hallam. Arnold's lyric reflects faith and doubt. Keats's ode meditates on art. Question 69. Examining a CLEP-style clue among these choices, which one explains a passage where a poem builds an elaborate, surprising comparison between unlike things? Option A. Kenning. Option B. Conceit. Option C. Simile. Option D. Rhyme scheme. The correct answer is option B. Conceit. Conceit fits because a conceit is an extended and often intellectually unusual comparison, especially common in metaphysical poetry. Kenning is wrong because kenning is a compact Old English compound metaphor. Simile and rhyme scheme describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 70. Who wrote Hard Times? Option A. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option B. George Herbert. Option C. Charles Dickens. Option D. Alfred, Lord Tennyson. The correct answer is option C. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens fits because Hard Times is a Victorian social problem novel criticizing industrial utilitarianism and dehumanizing education. Samuel Taylor Coleridge is linked to the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. George Herbert is linked to the Temple. Alfred, Lord Tennyson points instead to In Memoriam AHH, so it does not match this clue. Question 71. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue when a passage shows the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject, which term fits? Option A. Conceit. Option B. Soliloquy. Option C. Tone. Option D. Pastoral. The correct answer is option C. Tone. Tone fits because it means the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject. Pastoral and soliloquy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Conceit is also different. Mood is the feeling created in the reader, plot is event sequence, meter is rhythmic pattern. Question 72. Testing a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches a statement that seems contradictory but reveals a deeper truth? Option A. Epic. Option B. Couplet. Option C. Paradox. Option D. Dramatic irony. The correct answer is option C. Paradox. Paradox fits because it means a statement that seems contradictory but reveals a deeper truth. Dramatic irony and couplet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Epic is also different. Hyperbole exaggerates, allusion references outside material, enjambment carries syntax across lines. Question 73. Select the term for a narrative in which characters or events carry sustained symbolic or moral meanings. Option A. Elegy. Option B. Caesura. Option C. Allegory. Option D. Octave. The correct answer is option C. Allegory. Allegory fits because it means a narrative in which characters or events carry sustained symbolic or moral meanings. Elegy and octave refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Caesura is also different. Metaphor is a shorter implied comparison. Realism imitates ordinary life. Caesura is a pause inside a poetic line. Question 74. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, how is a narrator whose account should not be fully trusted usually labeled? Option A. Pastoral. Option B. Unreliable narrator. Option C. Tragedy. Option D. Apostrophe. The correct answer is option B. Unreliable narrator. Unreliable narrator fits because it means a narrator whose account should not be fully trusted. Apostrophe and pastoral refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Tragedy is also different. Omniscient narrator knows many minds, author is the real writer, antagonist opposes the protagonist. Question 75. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue. If you see William Shakespeare, which title should you remember? Option A. My Last Duchess. Option B. Dr. Faustus. Option C. Macbeth. Option D. Wuthering Heights. The correct answer is option C. Macbeth. Macbeth fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy of ambition, prophecy, regicide, guilt, and disorder. My Last Duchess is associated with Robert Browning. Dr. Faustus is associated with Christopher Marlowe. Wuthering Heights belongs with Emily Bronte, not this author clue. Question 76. Preparing a CLEP-style clue. If a clue names Paradise Lost, which author is expected? Option A. John Donne. Option B. Charles Dickens. Option C. Anonymous Old English poet. Option D. John Milton. The correct answer is option D. John Milton. John Milton fits because Paradise Lost is a blank verse epic on the fall, Satan, obedience, free will, and divine justice. Anonymous Old English poet is linked to Beowulf. John Donne is linked to holy sonnets. Charles Dickens points instead to Great Expectations, so it does not match this clue. Question 77. Studying a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to Kazuo Ishiguro? Option A. Don Juan. Option B. Ulysses. Option C. The Remains of the Day. Option D. Hard Times. The correct answer is option C, The Remains of the Day. The Remains of the Day fits because it is Kazuo Ishijuro's work, a late 20th century novel about memory, restraint, class, and missed emotional truth. Hard Times is associated with Charles Dickens, Don Juan is associated with Lord Byron. Ulysses belongs with James Joyce, not this author clue. Question 78. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, can you name the literary term for a novel tracing a protagonist's growth, education, and moral development? Option A, soliloquy. Option B, epistolary novel. Option C, Bildungsroman. Option D, enjambment. The correct answer is option C, Bildungsroman. Bildungsroman fits because it means a novel tracing a protagonist's growth, education, and moral development. Soliloquy and enjambment refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Epistolary novel is also different. Epic is a heroic poem. Allegory uses sustained symbolic meaning. Satire mocks vice. Question 79. Examining a CLEP-style clue among these works, which one is by Charles Dickens? Option A, Hamlet. Option B, Hard Times. Option C, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Option D, The Rape of the Lock. The correct answer is option B, Hard Times. Hard Times fits because it is Charles Dickens's work, a Victorian social problem novel criticizing industrial utilitarianism and dehumanizing education. The Rape of the Lock is associated with Alexander Pope. Ode on a Grecian Urn is associated with John Keats. Hamlet belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 80. Considering a CLEP-style clue, spotting that a prose passage ridicules pride and social corruption to criticize them should lead to which term? Option A, elegy. Option B, romance. Option C, satire. Option D, ode. The correct answer is option C, satire. Satire fits because satire uses ridicule, irony, and exaggeration to expose vice or folly. Elegy is wrong because elegy laments loss. Romance and ode describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 81. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, when a CLEP-style passage shows that a poem presents shepherds and rural life as simple, peaceful, and ideal, which answer works? Option A, Gothic. Option B, pastoral. Option C, satire. Option D, modernism. The correct answer is option B, pastoral. Pastoral fits because pastoral literature idealizes rural settings and often contrasts them with court or city life. Gothic is wrong because Gothic emphasizes terror and mystery. Satire and modernism describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 82. Testing a CLEP-style clue during work matching, which title belongs to William Shakespeare? Option A, Troilus and Cresside. Option B, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option C, Hamlet. Option D, Ulysses. The correct answer is option C, Hamlet. Hamlet fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a revenge tragedy centered on delay, conscience, performance, and corruption. Troilus and Cresside is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock is associated with T.S. Eliot. Ulysses belongs with James Joyce, not this author clue. Question 83. Comparing a CLEP-style clue during author review, which writer belongs with preface to Shakespeare? Option A, Alexander Pope. Option B, Samuel Johnson. Option C, George Orwell. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option B, Samuel Johnson. Samuel Johnson fits because preface to Shakespeare is an important neoclassical critical essay defending Shakespeare while noting faults. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. George Orwell is linked to 1984. Alexander Pope points instead to The Rape of the Lock, so it does not match this clue. Question 84. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, how is narration that imitates the flow of a character's thoughts and perceptions usually labeled? Option A, caesura. Option B, foreshadowing. Option C, blank verse. Option D, stream of consciousness. The correct answer is option D, stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness fits because it means narration that imitates the flow of a character's thoughts and perceptions. Foreshadowing and caesura refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Blank verse is also different. Omniscient narration surveys many minds. Allegory uses symbolic action. Satire mocks social errors. Question 85. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, if a poem uses the repetition of vowel sounds without repeating the same consonants, which device is present? Option A, elegy. Option B, narrator. Option C, assonance. Option D, heroic couplet. The correct answer is option C, assonance. Assonance fits because it means the repetition of vowel sounds without repeating the same consonants. Narrator and elegy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Heroic couplet is also different. Alliteration repeats initial consonants, consonance repeats consonant sounds, irony depends on contrast. Question 86. Which work is tied to Sir Thomas Malory? Option A, Heart of Darkness. Option B, Orinoco. Option C, Le Morte d'Arthur. Option D, Troilus and Cresside. The correct answer is option C, Le Morte d'Arthur. Le Morte d'Arthur fits because it is Sir Thomas Malory's work, a prose romance that gathers Arthurian legends of knights, quests, and chivalry. Troilus and Cresside is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer, Orinoco is associated with Aphra Behn. Heart of Darkness belongs with Joseph Conrad, not this author clue. Question 87. Studying a CLEP style clue, can a CLEP item about Samuel Taylor Coleridge point to which work? Option A, My Last Duchess. Option B, Gulliver's Travels. Option C, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option D, Mrs. Dalloway. The correct answer is option C, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner fits because it is Samuel Taylor Coleridge's work, a supernatural romantic ballad involving guilt, punishment, and imaginative vision. My Last Duchess is associated with Robert Browning, Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf. Gulliver's Travels belongs with Jonathan Swift, not this author clue. Question 88. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, should Hamlet be matched with which writer? Option A, T.S. Eliot. Option B, Samuel Beckett. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, Percy Bysshe Shelley. The correct answer is option C, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because Hamlet is a revenge tragedy centered on delay, conscience, performance, and corruption. Percy Bysshe Shelley is linked to Ode to the West Wind. T.S. Eliot is linked to The Waste Land. Samuel Beckett points instead to Waiting for Godot, so it does not match this clue. Question 89. Examining a CLEP-style clue, how should a reader label a passage where a 14-line poem divides into an octave and sestet? Option A, Shakespearean sonnet. Option B, ballad. Option C, Petrarchan sonnet. Option D, villanelle. The correct answer is option C, Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet fits because the Petrarchan sonnet usually turns between an 8-line octave and a 6-line sestet. Shakespearean sonnet is wrong because Shakespearean sonnets use 3 quatrains and a closing couplet. Ballad and villanelle describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 90. Considering a CLEP-style clue, which author is most closely associated with Le Morte d'Arthur? Option A, Andrew Marvell. Option B, Sir Thomas Malory. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, Aphra Behn. The correct answer is option B, Sir Thomas Malory. Sir Thomas Malory fits because Le Morte d'Arthur is a prose romance that gathers Arthurian legends of knights, quests, and chivalry. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, Andrew Marvell is linked to his coy mistress. Aphra Behn points instead to Orinoco, so it does not match this clue. Question 91. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, during work matching, which title belongs to Jane Austen? Option A, Orinoco. Option B, Lyrical Ballads. Option C, Pride and Prejudice. Option D, Dr. Faustus. The correct answer is option C, Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice fits because it is Jane Austen's work, a novel of manners centered on courtship, class, irony, and moral judgment. Dr. Faustus is associated with Christopher Marlowe, Lyrical Ballads is associated with William Wordsworth. Orinoco belongs with Aphra Behn, not this author clue. Question 92. Testing a CLEP-style clue, when J. Alfred Prufrock appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A, The Temple. Option B, Waiting for Godot. Option C, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Option D, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. The correct answer is option D, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Prufrock is Eliot's self-conscious speaker associated with modern alienation and paralysis. Beowulf is an epic hero, Gulliver is Swift's traveler, Othello is Shakespeare's tragic general. Question 93. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, how is unrhymed iambic pentameter usually labeled? Option A, assonance. Option B, blank verse. Option C, octave. Option D, stream of consciousness. The correct answer is option B, blank verse. Blank verse fits because it means unrhymed iambic pentameter. Octave and assonance refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Stream of consciousness is also different, free verse has no regular meter, heroic couplets rhyme in pairs, ballads usually use narrative stanzas. Question 94. Tracing a CLEP style clue. If you see Charles Dickens, which title should you remember? Option A, Orinoco. Option B, Le Morte d'Arthur. Option C, Volpone. Option D, Great Expectations. The correct answer is option D, Great Expectations. Great Expectations fits because it is Charles Dickens's work, a Victorian Bildungsroman about Pip, class aspiration, guilt, and moral growth. Le Morte d'Arthur is associated with Sir Thomas Malory. Volpone is associated with Ben Jonson. Orinoco belongs with Aphra Behn, not this author clue. Question 95. Study cards should connect Matthew Arnold with which work? Option A, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option B, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option C, The Golden Notebook. Option D, Dover Beach. The correct answer is option D, Dover Beach. Dover Beach fits because it is Matthew Arnold's work, a Victorian lyric often linked with religious doubt, melancholy and cultural uncertainty. The Golden Notebook is associated with Doris Lessing. Songs of Innocence and Experience is associated with William Blake. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner belongs with Samuel Taylor Coleridge, not this author clue. Question 96. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to Edmund Spenser? Option A, Jane Eyre. Option B, Othello. Option C, The Rape of the Lock. Option D, The Faerie Queene. The correct answer is option D, The Faerie Queene. The Faerie Queene fits because it is Edmund Spenser's work, an allegorical Renaissance epic romance written in the Spenserian stanza. Othello is associated with William Shakespeare. Jane Eyre is associated with Charlotte Brontë. The Rape of the Lock belongs with Alexander Pope, not this author clue. Question 97. Studying a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to the Rime of the Ancient Mariner? Option A, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option B, Andrew Marvell. Option C, Derek Walcott. Option D, Jane Austen. The correct answer is option A, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Samuel Taylor Coleridge fits because The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is a supernatural romantic ballad involving guilt, punishment, and imaginative vision. Andrew Marvell is linked to his coy mistress. Derek Walcott is linked to Omrose. Jane Austen points instead to Pride and Prejudice, so it does not match this clue. Question 98. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names giving human qualities to an animal, object, or abstract idea? Option A, personification. Option B, mock epic. Option C, caesura. Option D, illusion. The correct answer is option A, personification. Personification fits because it means giving human qualities to an animal, object, or abstract idea. Caesura and mock epic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Illusion is also different. Metaphor compares unlike things. Irony contrasts meaning and appearance. Caesura marks a pause. Question 99. Examining a CLEP-style clue, recognizing Clarissa Dalloway points to which work? Option A, Mrs. Dalloway. Option B, Ulysses. Option C, The Canterbury Tales. Option D, Hamlet. The correct answer is option A, Mrs. Dalloway. Clarissa Dalloway anchors Woolf's modernist single-day novel of memory and consciousness. Elizabeth Bennet is in Austen, Tess is in Hardy, Belinda is in Pope. Question 100. Considering a CLEP-style clue, when Charlotte Brontë appears in review, which title fits? Option A, Frankenstein. Option B, Lyrical Ballads. Option C, Jane Eyre. Option D, The Temple. The correct answer is option C, Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre fits because it is Charlotte Bronte's work, a Victorian Bildungsroman with Gothic elements, moral independence, and first-person narration. The Temple is associated with George Herbert. Lyrical Ballads is associated with William Wordsworth. Frankenstein belongs with Mary Shelley, not this author clue.